So, late breaking news here in the WWE. Holy crap, professional wrestling. WWE World Heavyweight Champion Seth Rollins out for 6 to 9 months with the torn ACL, MCL, and meniscus tear. Oh my goodness. What? So if you guys don't know how this happened, Seth Rollins was having a no-holds-barred match with the Demon Kane in Dublin, Ireland, part of the WWE's European tour. And Seth Rollins suffered this really nasty bump. Like, there's a video on Facebook, and I'm pretty sure there's one on YouTube, but he suffered a really nasty bump. And you can see that his knee bended really, really awkwardly. Now, from what I heard from reports, Seth Rollins finished the match. Like, that's what I heard from reports. And the early signs of these reports is that, Seth Rollins is going to be fine and, he might just tape up his knee. Well, that's not the case because Seth Rollins tore his ACL, MCL, and meniscus out for 6 to 9 months. He's definitely missing WrestleMania. We probably won't see this Bama until SummerSlam. And that's a crying shame, man. Look, I wasn't a big fan of Seth Rollins' title reign. I thought Seth Rollins' title reign was really bad and really boring. But there's one thing about Seth Rollins that is for sure. The dude can wrestle his ass off. He can put on a good match if needed to. And not only that, he had a lot of potential to grow and become, pretty much a big-time figure for the WWE heading into 2016. He did have that potential. He did have that growth. He has a lot of matches that he can go and feud with. Matches with Roman Reigns, matches with Dean Ambrose, matches with the Game Bird, Triple H. He had that potential to feud with those guys in the year, and the next year, hell, maybe re-feud with John Cena if he wanted to as well. Now this guy is going to miss substantial moments of time, and not only that, he might be also a little bit limited when he comes back. Sure, the guy is only 27 years old, but dude tore his ACL, MCL, and his meniscus, and he still finished the match. I gotta give you props on that, Seth Rollins. You are a dude. You are a monster. Most people after tearing the ACL can't even walk. Most people after even tearing their MCL can't even walk. Most people after tearing their meniscus can't even walk. And trust me, I've seen these type of injuries before from my friends and my family. I remember when my mom tore her ACL up. My mom couldn't even walk after that. And my mom's a pretty strong woman. I mean, she was a swimmer, CIF champion swimmer in high school and stuff. She's very athletic for her age. And so when she tore her ACL, it was just so weird not seeing my mom being super mom. Because, my mom's like super mom. Any one of my real life friends, they can attest to this. Chase Oliver's mom is a badass, and she doesn't give a crap. So when I saw her tore her ACL and she couldn't walk, I was like, oh my God. And, just watching NFL and being around sports all my life, I've seen these ACL, MCL, meniscus injuries, and you can just tell when players have them. And the fact that Seth Rollins finished the match with all three of those things torn, oh my God, I got to give Seth Rollins props here. Now, there's going to be two other topics I'm going to talk in this video. Get well soon, Seth Rollins. One topic is this one that I got to rant on because when I first heard about this injury, I was thinking about making a video topic on it. But at first, I was going to wait and see what the announcement was of the injury. If it was nothing serious, I was still going to rant about it, but I was just going to rant it on the Team Hill podcast. But now that it's fucking serious, it's time for me to rant on this, and I'm sick and tired of it. WWE, why in the blue hell is your World Heavyweight Champion wrestling a no-holds-barred match at a flipping house show? For fucking real. Why are you freaking putting your superstars through this pain and agony at a house show? Now I get it that they're in Dublin and they barely go to Europe. They only go to Europe 2 times a year and stuff like that. And you want to give the fans a reason why they're buying the ticket. But the thing is, it's not like they do these street fights and no holds barred just at house shows. They do it just at these special shows, like when they're in Europe. They do it at every house show across the states. They make their World Heavyweight Champion wrestle steel cage matches, freaking hardcore matches where they can really seriously injure their freaking body. And it's just case right here where you have your World Heavyweight Champion Seth Rollins go down with a serious injury. Look, I get it. Your ticket prices are not going high enough, but that doesn't mean you can just slap on a hardcore title match or a hardcore match and think that, oh, this will raise ticket prices. No, if anything, you're hurting your superstars and you're going to cause more serious injuries for these guys further down the line. If I'm WWE, I'm thinking of this. Look, instead of putting on these shitty hardcore matches that, let's just face it, yeah, they're fun to watch live, but for the most part, they just do more damage to our superstars. Why the fuck do we not just do better television and get these fans actually invested in going to house shows so that way they don't have to wrestle all these hardcore matches? Now, granted, yes, you could get injured in a regular type of match, but really, to be honest, with the tables and the chairs and the ladders and all the steel cage stuff that added into these matches, yes, you already have wear and tear on your body as it is just wrestling a regular match. A hardcore match freaking multiples that. It's like a multiplication table. A table adds like times 2, a chair adds times 3, steel cage times 4. It's like that right there. So pretty much you're adding more damage to what these superstars are already taking. So really, yes, Seth Rollins could have suffered this injury in any other normal match. You're saying, Chase, that's just stupid for you to say hardcore matches caused this. But really, to be honest, when this guy's doing hardcore match after hardcore match after hardcore match, every single live event, his body's going to break one of these days. And plus, with these hardcore matches, superstars like to do a lot of crazy, insane spots that they shouldn't be doing. And Seth Rollins is one of those guys who is very athletic and do a lot of crazy, cool stuff. So pretty much now, he probably was going for a spot that he shouldn't have done, and then bam, this happens, and you lose someone that you've been investing on our television sets for the past 11 months. You've been investing in Seth Rollins as our heel world champion for 11 months. It started in January, happened at WrestleMania, and then from then on out, you've been making him our world champion for that long. And now he's gone. We get no investment in seeing this guy finally lose the title. Instead, we're getting a Deadly Games. We're going back to 1998, and we're getting 1999. And we're getting a Deadly Games. Or is it? No, yeah, 98. I think it's 98. Deadly Games was in 98. So yeah, we're going back to Deadly Games. Like seriously, that's what we're doing. Because Seth Rollins suffered an injury. We get no satisfaction of Seth Rollins losing the title to a babyface. It's just pretty much we have a Deadly Games tournament to crown a new champion. And this leads to my other topic, the crowning a new champion. Who the hell it should be. Look, I already know who it's going to be. It's not going to be my boy the Cockfist. It's not going to be Dean Ambrose. It's not going to be Del Rio. It's not going to be anyone else that they freaking put in there that we want it to be. It's going to be Goober. It's going to be Sheamus. He's going to cash in. He's going to do something to win this title, and it's going to be depressing, and I'm not going to be happy about it. Look, I hope Cockfist wins the title. For all we know, Cena could come back early. Yeah, I'm back. And then he just goes and FUs everyone and wins the title and everything like that. That could be a possibility as well, knowing WWE. But at least Survivor Series, you could say, is a little bit more interesting, but it shouldn't be the case that Seth Rollins went down with injury. That right there is just sad. That right there is just horrendous. And WWE, you got to fix it. You got to find a way to write better television shows so that way these guys are not going out there doing street fights and hardcore matches, further risking their careers even more. Look, I get it. We as wrestling fans, we're bored. And I know, you guys know. If you guys been to a house show, please tell me how many times you went to the house show and there were street fights. The 2 house shows I went to this past year, there were street fights. Roman Reigns versus Bray Wyatt. And then I got Kane versus Daniel Bryan. I saw those 2 street fights, and those were both main events of the house shows that I went to in the past year. So pretty much, I can tell you that they do street fights and hardcore matches at almost every house show. And to me, that is just stupid and dumb. And you're hurting your superstars more than helping them down the line. You're freaking hurting their careers. And it just shows right here with Seth Rollins. Because an ACL, MCL, and freaking meniscus, that's a hard injury to come back from, and I can't wait till I see Seth Rollins again. And I hope Seth Rollins goes back there and says, no more, I'm not doing these stupid hardcore matches on house shows. They shouldn't be been doing these hardcore matches at house shows. But, yeah, the tournament, I guess, it could be interesting. I just don't like it all that much because it's just like, it's like covering a Band-Aid on a bullet hole. You know, you're avoiding the main reason why Seth Rollins got hurt here. You guys are just saying, oh, well, Seth Rollins got injured in a normal match. No, he got injured in a hardcore match with Demon Kane. I mean, you guys are now just going to cover that Band-Aid up and say, well, we're going to have a tournament and maybe one of your favorites wins so that way you guys can forget about Seth Rollins. Well, you know what? I won't forget about Seth Rollins. I won't forget what happened. It's fucking bullshit, WWE, and you know it. Yeah, I know I'm probably going to get a bunch of dislikes. I really say, fuck you, shit, you fucking asshole. But you know what? WWE, treat your superstars better and stop putting them in hardcore matches and fucking house shows.